Hey everyone, One Penny here. So I had to stop. I was putting together videos from in back a couple weeks ago, walking different parts of the Pinhoti, and I ended up walking part of this day with another hiker, and it's hilarious, but it isn't. We didn't. Neither of us captured it on video. It was just hilarious the way we ended up hiking together. She is, her name is Sherpa, and she is not a fast hiker. She thinks I'm fast. I don't think I'm fast at all. But I was being dropped off, and she was being dropped off a little further up the trail because she had had to get off the trail at that point last year with severe blisters. So she was coming back to finish that section, and I was at the very beginning. So we figured that as we went through the day, I would slowly catch up to her, and at some point we'd end up hiking together. But that happened a lot sooner than we thought, because when Sherpa got out of the drop-off vehicle, the shuttle, and started hiking, she started hiking the wrong way. She was hiking back towards me. And I got out, and I'm just hiking along, having a good old time. And I started up this ridge, and I'm getting close to the top, and I'm, watching the trail, looking at things around me, and all of a sudden I hear, "One Penny!" She yells out at me, and she's standing at the top. There's a fire road right at the top. And so I go climb on up there. I'm like surprised to see. I didn't think I'd catch up with you. I didn't even remember crossing a road, and I thought you were being let off at a road. And she says, "Yeah, well, I hate to tell you this, but you're going the wrong way, One Penny." I'm going, I don't think so. She says, "Oh yeah, because when I dropped off last year, when I got back in, I knew that when I was dropped off this year, I had to cross the road to get back on the track going the way I needed to go." I'm going, "Yeah, but that just crossing the road doesn't, yeah, I think we need to check." So we both pulled out our phones and pulled up far out and started checking our location. She's going, no, yeah, see? Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, I'm going the wrong way. So she had come about half a mile, maybe a little bit more, the wrong way, and she didn't recognize the terrain because there'd been a lot of trees downed and all. So we laughed about that quite a bit. And when we got back to the hostel that night, we told the story and we're laughing too. But that got us together further in the day. And when I had first met her, when she came in the night before at the hostel, she was inside for something like 30 minutes and just bustling around doing all kinds of stuff. And then she finally went out the car to get something. And I turned to Monk, the caretaker, and I said, "Man, she is full of life. She is full of the joy of life." And she is. She's just a wonderful person. And so we had a good time, as you'll see through the rest of the tapes. But it was just hilarious. We had such a good time. And she finished up her sections, and she went home, and she'll come back out and try to do some more. Another day we started out, and she was also way out in front of me because she had finished the section. Well, anyway, she was way out in front of me. And it took almost the whole day to catch up to where she was. And we caught up with her only about a mile and a half from the end of that day's section, filtering some water. It was a long, like a 14-mile dry ridge, they called it. So anyways, I'll get back to the video. Just wanted to let you know that, yeah, we ran into each other because she was going the wrong way. See you later. Morning, everybody. One Penny here. Literally just got dropped off. Monk is dropped me off, and then is heading on up the road to drop off another hiker, Sherpa, who is a bundle of energy. She's great. She's obviously got joy for life. She's a firefighter in Louisiana, and she's up here to finish up a section she had started to do before, and she got some really bad blisters and had to take off the trail. So we both wanted to get an earlier start and get going. I got a couple of really big, long, steep climbs today, but it's only like 9.9 miles. And with his pickups, he's got some long driving to do. So we said maybe around 1 o'clock. But also, I'm not in any big hurry. And so if I get there before him, just chill. Can always stay in touch. This is something I just saw. I need to let him know that there's a little bit of a water catch here. That may be there. Sometimes the hostels maintain them, sometimes volunteers. So I'll let him know that that's there. And someone dropped a life water bottle. So I'll put that over here so it can be picked up. And off I go. So just starting. It's chilly today. This is coldest morning in the last week or so. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. A little bit of hiking here. Straight into the sun. This beautiful morning. Sun's coming up finally. Started off down lower, gaining some elevation. So just amazing. It's so nice to be out here. Mornings are so quiet and beautiful. Just chugging along. It's just amazing. I am so lucky to be out here. This is great. So I'll head down the slope and I'll get down underneath where the sun's rays come through, like along for a while, and then pop back up and back and forth in the sun. And here I go. Up on the ridge the sun shines. And then you go down and you get out of the sun, or close to it. And then there you go. Now we're back in the shade. Playing hide and go seek with the sun. Alright. See y'all later. Hey everybody, just came across this and thought it was interesting to show you. This is a stream. It's got a good amount of flow coming down through here, down through here, down through here, and then it disappears underground. No, so it comes back up down here because there's other pools of water, and you can see the flow coming up just over there. So literally about 30 feet there it goes underground, pops up again. I thought that was pretty cool. And these are some sizable trees here that it goes underground around. So yeah, kind of cool. But getting back to hiking. See y'all later. Hey everybody, One Penny here. Just came across another one of these really nice aluminum bridges that have started popping up on the trail. Up ahead of me is Sherpa. We stayed at the POC last night. She's picking up where she left off, and started off in the wrong direction this morning, but not too far. We ran into each other and we had a conversation about who is it that's going in the wrong direction. I had got dropped off a little closer than she had, so I thought I'd be chasing her, and here pop up to a ridge and I hear her call out, One Penny. So we got it figured out and we're heading in the right direction. But this is just another one of those beautiful situations. Look how clear, gorgeous that water is. Just beautiful, beautiful. This things like this is why I just keep saying I am so lucky to be out here. I'm so lucky to be able to do this. It's just beautiful. And there is Sherpa. And we're going to hike on for a while.
My hero.
All right. See you, everybody. On our hike, just came across this memorial, Helen's Field. So you see these so often along the trail. People put up a marker, or they name a specific place mark on the trail for someone who has spent a lot of time trying to protect the trail or build the trail out or maintain the trail. So it's really nice to see these every so often. Helen's Field looks like a nice big grassy area here for wildlife. I think this is inside a protected area. There's probably no hunting here. But we're about to hit a section of road and then continue for a little bit and get across this muddy area. I'll see y'all later. I wanted to get a shot of you admiring all the thousands of tadpoles.
Look, as a kid, whenever we would find these, and I would see them so much more often as a kid, but man, we would play with them. Never disturb them though, but that's so awesome to see.
All right.
Joy in the little things.
Well, we're heading towards the road. We'll see you later.
Here in the distance or something.
It's been a remarkable lack of wildlife for most of this hike. Yeah.
Early morning deer, and that was really it. I would even be lucky if I would see some squirrels.
I have seen plenty of squirrels.
Okay.
But in the swamp, the most startling thing of all was the absolute lack of any wildlife.
There's some flowers.
And I posted that online. And so, yeah, one of my videos actually did get a comment.
What they said?
The guy said, well, that's a great observation. And I think he'd been in the swamp in years past, but, you know, he talks about how devoid it is of life. And it's all the snakes. I thought I would see snakes. I thought I would, you know, come across some boa or python or something.
Yeah, but the cottonmouth. You didn't see any cottonmouth?
Nope. Just to give you an idea, these purple flowers in this section, different sections, are just lining the entire trail, both sides. Just beautiful, beautiful. Thousands of these tiny, delicate purple flowers. And every once in a while you get the yellow ones. Sometimes you get the kind of light blue ones. Just really beautiful, really beautiful. Hey everybody, One Penny here, just showing you an interesting part of the trail as we're walking up through the woods. This is carved into the trail on each side, or carved into the mountain. Well, there you go. Just an interesting little interlude. I got to call out to my hiking partner for today. Have her come catch up. Come on! Come on!
little nugget, you know?
Here we are walking down some more of the trail. Just came through that steep-sided gap. Just amazingly beautiful out here. We're just having a wonderful day hiking, are we not?
We are. Wonderful conversation too.
This is great. I'm so lucky to be out here. It's beautiful, beautiful. Up, we're turning right. We're turning right. All right, see y'all later. Another interesting part of the trail. I don't know if this is damage from Helene, but Helene did do damage in Alabama and Georgia, northern Florida, and then into North Carolina and Tennessee, where it was really bad. But it certainly looks a lot similar. I mean, it's a whole bunch of trees, and it looks like they all fell the same direction. So, you know, strong winds and, you know, knocked a bunch of stuff down. And the trail maintainers have been through here and cut a lot of stuff out of the way. So, you know, the trail's good, no complaints. It's been a really good trail all day and nice hiking all day. And but this is just another little interesting section to give you guys an idea of what it hit out here on the trail. So that's it for now. See y'all later. We're not sure, but we think maybe that high peak out there in the distance might be Cheaha, which would be the highest point in Alabama. But we don't have any reference really to know for sure. So, and we're not heading in that direction today. So we're heading on this direction. See you later. So here we are climbing higher and higher. This is a 2-mile ascent. And at first we thought it was very, very steep. We have some of those killer steep inclines you have to climb up, but this is not. You can see the trail out behind us. Yep. It's always rising, but it's not straight up the side as if we were going up there. But as we get higher and higher, you can just see, it's hard to show on the camera, but we can see way, way, way out there. You can't really, you can see some white through the trees. We think that's a huge quarry, but we don't know for sure. And then you can just see all those mountains far away. And you see different things like water towers. And sometimes you can look down and see a little town or a little farm, that little white speck out there in the distance. You know, it's just stunning. Everything out here is just so beautiful. The view. We're heading to some places where there's been some clearing, so you can get that big expansive view. And in the summer, when all these trees are leafed out, we wouldn't have this at all. But it's spring, and there's not so many leaves, just the pine trees. And we can catch glimpses that just are fantastic. It's just amazing, so beautiful out here. I can't wait to go ahead and get to the top. So off we go. Well, as we walk along, we keep having wow, wow, wow moments where we get to a little place where there's a little bit more of a clearing, and just look at that. That is fantastic view. You can see the other mountains way far out there. This is just so beautiful. The weather's perfect, and I got really nice company for the hike. So this is fantastic. Wonderful. Hey everybody, One Penny here. We're only, let's see, this is 34.8.
8 or 6, yeah.
About a mile left to go to get to my pickup spot. But this is a campsite on the trail, and it is listed. It's only listed as campsite. Yeah. It doesn't really give you any information. We're at the top of the ridge that we've been climbing for the last 2 hours. It's got a nice fire ring that's used quite a bit. It's got a number of nice places to pitch tent, level, cleared out. So, yeah, you find these along the trail. Sometimes you have to make your own spot if you're in between when you decide it's time to stop. But they do have these, and they are listed, a lot of them, on Far Out. And then sometimes you find one that's not listed. We have been, for me, the last few days, definitely for us today, hiking along, amazed at how many places we've crossed where there's water available, but it's not shown on the app. So yeah, we didn't really need to carry a whole bunch of water, but in a very dry season you might have to. But you know, always carry that filter bottle just in case. So, well, I'm going to finish up this hike and then I'll wait for my ride, and have to say goodbye to Sherpa there. Probably cry a little bit. This has been such a fun day. And perfect weather for hiking. Wonderful trail. We were thinking there might have been some small difficult part on this trail, but we can't really remember what it was. The 2-mile slog up the mountain was not steep either. It was just continuous sort of slope. So here's another place where people have camped and left a spot and an artificial flower over there. So yeah, the top of the ridge is a good place to get to. Well, we're going to head on up the trail. See y'all later.
Document their marathons and these ultra 100. Oh, your video is on.
That's okay. Yeah,